For those that don't know, the Fresh and Fit podcast is no longer on YouTube.
No longer on YouTube or
Woo!
the partnership program.
The partner program, so I think they're no longer on YouTube. Period. Point blank.
Demonetized, gang.
Like they're demonetized.
Mm.
So, with that being said, I think that calls for celebration. I ain't gonna lie. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. Oh, that's also the wrong button. I don't have a round of applause. Oh, I do. It's nasty.
That is nasty.
GG's to them boys, man.
Yeah, I don't like this round of applause. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
I'm not gonna lie. They were only entertaining for probably a week. I gave it a good week of being like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. And after that, it was just whack.
Yeah, I don't know why people kept watching it, but
I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro. Because we put our lives into this, you know.
I left a job that I truly loved to do this.
So apparently he was like it's not a paralegal, but he was saving babies or something like that. He had a military job before this.
It was like national security or something like that, right?
Yeah, I might say, wasn't he working with the feds?
But it was something related to like saving kids. And you know, he was saving lives essentially. I don't even want to put that information out there. That's just something I saw on Twitter. But apparently that's more important, or this YouTube shtick is more important than saving those lives. Now, we don't necessarily know. They didn't say why. People don't know for a fact why you know, they were demonetized, but there are clips like this circulating around the internet.
The Jews who control Instagram. The girls are getting more naked for these random people who. What's going on here? We have the bags. We got the media. He's going to be canceled by tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I've already contacted ADL. Don't love the Muslim. Love us. We control everything.
That bitch is a liar. And she a Jew. Ugly ass Jewish bitch.
You know what was the gas chamber part? What did you do? You do
hey, fucking asshole.
No.
How many times do I got to tell you you're going to get canceled for that?
I'm sorry. You're the chosen people.
Thank you.
I don't know.
That's just a taste. I don't even think we should keep playing that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even know if we should keep playing that. They also recently, and by recently I mean like this year, put on some KKK hoods and started talking about Abba and Preach. Oh man, these niggas is sick. Hold on, let me pull this back up real quick for 2 seconds. These niggas is sick. I ain't gonna lie.
I heard them.
Where'd he go?
You got no more jokes now because like Arabs didn't even do 9/11. It was the Jews.
Now, mind you, this is all on YouTube. This is all on YouTube, and they also platform Nick Fuentes. Damo, just thoughts on Fresh and Fit getting demonetized? I don't know.
I'm glad them racist bum ass niggas did get demonetized. Get them the fuck off of here. Send them to Rumble with the other rejects. We I mean, I was gonna say we don't want them, but shit, we not gonna be here for much longer. But still, I'm all for deplatforming motherfuckers who aren't for the culture, who mooch off the culture, or who just give shitty advice and put a bad idea in young impressionable minds. Like them niggas have done nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna say have done nothing. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who probably heard what they said and made something better of their lives. But what they had to do to deliver that message, in my opinion, is awful. Having a platform, a bunch of non-qualified women who have all the same views and ideologies, so you can just run the same mental gymnastics with the same statistics that you looked up 2 years ago to make them look stupid, to make yourself look bigger, and then when shit didn't go your way, you literally just use the ability to kick them off your show. Some instances even getting physical with not just you, but other male guests. This shit's just stupid. Like the point and the premise of their show and what they stood for is just stupid. So I'm glad they're demonetized.
Yeah, I believe in censorship. I don't know if people don't like stand for that, because I heard a lot of that this weekend and a lot of pushback from that. I believe in blocking people. I hate that Elon is even having that conversation about removing blocking people, although I don't think he can actually do that. But yeah, these guys they've been idiots. I thought they would have had less traction, and I think it did affect them when people found out that not only were they paying for sex, but they were paying for guests to be on the show.
Damn that. They was on
And
Sugar Baby
charging sex to
website.
get on the show.
What?
Charging sex to get on the show. They were on
Yeah.
Sugar Baby
Oh, I didn't know
websites.
that.
Like they were
Yeah.
literally demeaning guys, like funding women and giving women who are unqualified these crazy lifestyles because, as they will put it, they're just whores. But come to find out, these women, some of them being on the pod that they're on, were just sugar babies, and they're actively on sugar baby websites, accounts trying to pick up sugar babies. So it's like you niggas aren't even practicing what you're preaching, and you're preaching it with so much vigor, and you got a lot of emotion preaching this, and you don't even practice it. You niggas is lame.
Yeah, once I found out a lot of that stuff, I was like, okay, this is truly the end of like whatever the fuck they got going on. But for whatever reason, they kept going, and people kept watching.
I'm not giving them this platform because they don't like black women. So why are we even talking about them?
Yep, and I think like they fell into the same trap that Sneeko fell into. Like a lot of people, they see these quick clips. Oh, this got you 4 million views. This got you 30 million, and they just like went off the drug of attention, and it rolled them right into, like saying things that I don't feel like they believe it, but like there's just some things you have a responsibility not to say. So
just a miss. I don't know. What are you gonna say, Damo?
I was about to say I stopped giving a fuck after I realized the niggas didn't even live up to the name. I mean, one nigga was in shape, the other nigga was never fresh.
Yeah, for sure.
When I first watched it, I'm like, is that nigga fresh and fit? Who's the black nigga? Like who is this nigga supposed to be?
I knew they was lying.
Once I realized he was fresh, I was like, this
he's and.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, do you remember the clip? Do you remember the clip where he said, I went down there and he had like a friend that was an NBA player or something like that, and they ended up on a yacht, and he had like 60 chicks or something like that. Like, come on, bro. Both of y'all ugly. Like, and I know it's gonna be a bunch of people in the comments or whatever, but both of y'all are ugly.
They're about to figure. Well, I'm not gonna say because they might rebound from it. Who knows? But if they don't, they're gonna figure out like all these girls that they thought like had a burning desire for them don't really mess with them like they think they do.
No, I think YouTube is like, although they do have whatever deal they have with Rumble and Super, not Super Cash, we call it Super Cash, but Cash App still works for them. But they still gonna get, they missing a lot of money. They missing a lot of money not being on YouTube, like a lot of money. They was pulling views on their clips. Let me see.
Yeah,
I do want to go on their shit real quick. Because they was putting up.
I feel like they're getting money. Like you said, they're missing a lot of money because they're not going to be able to get regular brand deals and things like that. And they pretty much built their
they wasn't getting that before
off the bat.
No, they built it off of donations. Like dudes used to come in there donations.
No, I mean like they built it off the backs of people who like don't like strippers, that don't like women that express themselves, that don't like black people, that don't like this. They built that podcast off the backs of those people, and that's why they've gotten the donations and the views that they got, because there's a lot of people in this world that hate people and hate religion and all this other stuff, and that's what they seek to watch those type of videos for validation, and that's what they got. You got this podcast for two men that really just have no self-respect for anybody.
They don't even post clips for real.
Oh, for real?
They said what?
Like on their, he said they don't post clips for real.
On YouTube, they don't post clips for real. This was a super chat membership business.
Yeah, they were 95% of their revenue was super chats.
They were going crazy on super chats.
They were top
crazy
3
in super chats. Like
no, I know they
like
were,
a year ago.
I think like Pat McAfee was number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was somebody else, then it was Fresh and Fit after that.
I know at some point, well, when he was alive, Kevin Samuels was up there. But let me say, this, I didn't know this. This makes this stupid. This is essentially the equivalent of panhandling.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically, yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna do something for you. Just give me money.
They literally, I'm gonna bring on 8 women who are going to sit here and just say a bunch of fuck nigga free city girl shit. I'm gonna have my legion of males who are against that, who aren't even in these women's league, but will super chat so they can get their message across and call them all types of names and disrespect them. And if it got too out of line, or we gave them too many drinks because they offered them alcohol all the time, and if I wasn't fucking them, if they drank everything, and I felt like they weren't adding good enough content, or they were calling me on my bullshit, I just kick you off. I'll kick you out. And then if there's a problem, guess what I'm gonna do? Call the police. That is their usual form. That's why I said
call the police.
Yes, they call police.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm telling you, Omar, I gave it a week of watching their content. I couldn't do it after a week. I was like, yo, this shit turned whack really fast.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I did not. And maybe I wasn't tapped in for real, like at all. I didn't know that they had a panhandling. They must have some sort of membership program, because that's the only way that this also makes sense. Well, it's turned off on YouTube, but they must have had some membership program. Okay, they do have a clips channel.
Mm.
Okay. But I thought it was on their main channel. I don't know. I think at a certain point in time, though, what we have to remember is that all these people are grifters at the end of the day. If the grift no longer works, because you just keep going to the extreme, keep going to the extreme, keep going to the extreme. If the grift no longer works, then they'll find a way to grift themselves out of this. And then there'll be another Fresh and Fit, sadly.
What does Frank Castle mean? I always hear them say that. Somebody just commented they called it Frank Castle. Who is Frank Castle?
So the Punisher.
Oh.
What is that? What's the context though? I don't understand.
So they're saying, when Myron kicks him, yeah. So when Myron would kick a girl off the show, he'll call it her getting Frank Castled, and because he's the Punisher, so punish her by kicking her off.
And that's why they don't get women without money, bro. That's why.
Yeah.
What is the allure to this shit?
I'm telling you, all it is, it genuinely is just literally, you remember that point in time when we were just like, yo, these spaces with women arguing, basically women giving their preference. I don't know if you remember this time, but we were talking about women just giving their preference to the spaces, and men be gravitating to those spaces, yelling out and rebuttaling, even though you're not even the preference, you're not even in the realm of what this woman is or wants, but you're upset. That was their audience. A bunch of those guys. I'm gonna get this girl to work. Okay, that was a great opinion, baby. All right. Well, what she said, but no. So all it was them attracting to an audience that would see some woman that worked at Magic City, that stripped, that did something they seen as whorish, and just paid to call them whores, like for whole episodes. So 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours of just dudes gifting $50, $100, just so these women can see them call them whores. That's really it. I promise you that was it. Or they will wait to see academics come on there and get drunk so he can talk crazy to the women, because you know how Act gets around women when he disagrees. He's going to talk crazy. Or they'll get Nick Fuentes around a bunch of black women. Or they'll get fucking Sneeko around a bunch of women who are like, yeah, my man has to make $500,000 a year for me to consider him as dateable. Then they get Sneeko to come on there and be like, well, statistically speaking, and that's it. That's their show.
Yeah. It was basically like, it's dudes who just don't go talk to girls their whole life, but want women. Like they get addicted to the, the prawn stars and all that. Okay, you're wilding. All right. They get addicted to like the prawn stars and all that stuff. And like, they just think women are an object of sex. And they realize, they go out into the world, treat women like that, realize you can't really get a woman that way. And now they're in a circle of men who just believe in the same thing. Like, oh, all these women want, when all women really just want to be around people who treat them like people. That's at the end of the day. But they find the girls that they can go buy. And that's how they end up, It's sad.
You know what's funny? I actually signed up for one of these red pill men classes or whatever. I signed up to see what it was like on the live. Now, they sell this whole thing about it being free. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. And then once you actually get into it, that's when they hit you over the head. So I never really got any information on it. But when I tell you, this is like whoever you think is predatory when it comes to like people's finances and you know, trying to get the lowest common denominator to pay them, like churches and stuff like that, like mega churches and stuff like that. Literally, it's the same exact racket, but just for men who are lonely. And you know what's nasty too? They got all these statistics out about men being lonelier, men not having sex often, men not doing all this, that, and the third. And I know that they're like making so much money off of this. Fuck these guys.
for sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck all of them. All of these niggas in this space.
I think somebody in the comments said like they bash women for the same thing that they get endorsed in. I think that's their mindset. Like I could get money and get that, and they go out in the world and feel like these people are actors. They like doing this. Some of them, hopefully now we're moving to where people aren't forced into it. But like this is what people like. No, into like the sex industry was not built off of people wanting to be
I missed
sex,
it. I missed
right?
it.
But now the entertainment part of it is there's some people who like honestly love this as a job. Like that don't mean they want you though. Like so yeah.